Best.
You're watching Home Team Friday!
Big thanks to the Vikings cheerleaders. Didn't get the win, but still a great night out in Poseyville. Alongside Colin Davies, I'm Michael Gross. Thanks again for watching Home Team Friday. Owensboro Catholic and Henderson County, two teams in Kentucky that are always in contention to do something great. They faced off tonight.
Yeah, and especially in years where Henderson County might not have the team they want, it's still a 6A school, tall task for Owensboro Catholic being a 2A, but I attributed earlier to, it's David versus Goliath, except instead of David having a sling, he has the best arm in the tri-state, and that's Brady Atwell. So let's get to this game in Henderson. So for OCATH standards, a defensive game. Ace is up 14-2 to start the second half, but the Colonels come out moving the ball with quarterback Trajan Davis out with an injury. Jack Dalton gets a 20-yard pickup. Henderson continues to move the ball, but then a long sideline pass picked off by Jude Cecil, who nabs it out of the air and takes over for the Aces. So OCATH moves the ball to the 45-yard line, and then Atwell's got his man Darion Crow wide open. Just takes a walk into the end zone. Now a 21-2 ball game. The home team needs to respond. Dalton around the edge, got space. He weaves back to inside, and he goes all the way down to the 2 for a pickup of 37. But hold up, everyone. Snap can't be handled. Jaden Ambergy recovers the loose ball. Another crucial turnover. Henderson's defense stepped up in a big way in this one, but empty red zone trips would bite them. And Catholic takes advantage, winning 28-2.
Lowest offensive production for Owensboro Catholic this season. Still a big win. Forest Park and Mount Vernon in Ferdinand. Terry Riggs is a handful in the Wildcats this evening. First quarter, Ryder Snodgrass to Brady Schickel up over the middle. Big gain for a first down as he gets knocked down. That sets up Grant Lippy from the 1-yard line, puts it in nice and easy. Just like that, Mount Vernon goes up 7-0. 2 minutes later, Forest Park answers. Jackson Lukin, 38-yard house call. They missed the extra point, though. 7-6. Mount Vernon still in the lead. Rangers getting the ball back, going to the opposite side. Tyler Fetter from the 13 into the end zone. Another failed conversion, but yeah, it wouldn't matter. A statement win for Forest Park. Let's take it into the red zone here. We're joined by Aiden Crowley. I've heard that your favorite season is fall. Does that mean you're a pumpkin spice guy, or do you prefer cinnamon?
I'm not really a big coffee person, but if I had to lean one way, it's probably pumpkin spice. But it doesn't feel like fall right now, and it certainly didn't feel like fall over at Castle, and that's where we're gonna start, because we have Vincent Lincoln traveling to take on the Castle Knights on Toga night. And don't show Mel Kiper this tape, because this play will beat 2 eye safeties. It's called giving the ball to Max McCool. He makes everyone miss on the first play from scrimmage. 60-yard house call, 7-0 Knights. Next drive, the Alice's firing back. Quarterback Cooper Collins keeps this one himself, and a late reach gets him across the pylon. They would go for 2 and get it. 8-7, Vincent takes the lead, but McCool wasn't cooling off. I'm sorry, Colin, I just had to do it. This pitch brings the Knights within striking distance, and if it isn't broke, don't fix it. McCool is going to get fed again. He had 92 yards and 2 touchdowns in the first quarter alone. The Knights win a physical game on homecoming night, 43-30. Just up the road, the Boonville Pioneers taking on Linton Stockton, and I hope you like defense because we got a whole lot of it. We'll pick it up on the last drive of the first half for the Miners. Braylon McBride finds Paul Oliver in the end zone untouched, but not so fast. A holding penalty brings this one back, and just a couple plays later, McBride under pressure, and it's going to be Grant Davis climbing the ladder for the pick to keep the score at 14-all going into the break. First drive of the second half now, and it's the Pioneers defense coming up big again. This time forcing a fumble, and they'll recover it, taking over deep in enemy territory. They would march down the field, and Nolan McKinney caps off the drive with a 2-yard touchdown. 21-14 Pioneers, and it turns out to be the deciding score. Boonville holds on for a close 21-20 win.
Thank you, Aiden. Now we head to Hatchetts Hollow. Princeton against Washington. Hatchetts get going through the air. It's going to be Colton Stowers who throws it deep to Brody Iza in stride, and he gets all the way down to the 20. That would lead to this 32-yard field goal by Carter Browning to extend the Washington lead. It was all Hatchetts in this one. It's going to be Stowers with a screen pass to Cordell Turner, who breaks a tackle on his way all the way into the end zone for another Washington touchdown. A couple of yards after contact there, and Sowers gets it done with his legs later in the first half. QB sneak touchdown. Hatchets led 28-0 at the break, and they go on the win by a final score of 42-8, improving to 4-1 on the season.
That's a big win for Washington, not so much for Princeton. Coming up, we'll go off the gridiron. A player who's playing in high school while still in the military. It's a fantastic story. And as we go to break, we'll take a look at some more scores from around the Tri-State.